Well, the world's biggest gangster boss has spoken. Gin. Yes. The thug president. The commander in chief. Vladmir says, liberalism. Obsolete. It's obsolete now, so you might as well just say goodbye to it all. Look in there. Look how like. See, Vladimir, it's like. Look how swagged out he is. That's a gangster. That's a gangster right there. No. So Vladmir Putin has said that liberalism is obsolete in an interview before he left for the G20 summit. I get confused about these G summits. There's like the G7, G8, G9, G20. Like, what's with all these Gs? He should just have one summit, the G1 summit, the gangster number one summit. It's just him. It's just him. People praising him, just going, Vlad, you are so gangster. It's ridiculous. The Russian president said, the ideology has underpinned Western democracies for decades. Had outlived its purpose. Now, the Russian leader also praised the rise of populism in Europe and America, saying ideas like multiculturalism were no longer tenable. Now, look, Russia's a bit racy, from what I understand it. Although I might be making a generalization there. But, you know, Russia's a bit racy, isn't it? Just throwing it out there. You know. Don't really hear of, like, high levels of open-mindedness in Russia, from what I understand. I could be wrong. But, you know, and what is liberalism anyway? I don't even understand it no more. Like, you get certain people who call themselves liberals. Oh, I'm a classical liberal. Oh, I'm some modern liberal. I'm some sort of libtard. Like, I don't even know what the hell they're going on about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what it means no more. I do know that I have liberal attitudes, and people do have liberal attitudes. It's like, you know, you're more accepting of stuff. That's fine. You know, judge not. Do not judge. I do not judge. I mean, you can criticize, but don't judge. But at the same time, I think it reaches a level where you just got to say, no more. Just, can you hear that? I'm not starting this. It sounds like it's outside the fucking window. I mean, anyway, it does reach a stage where you can be very open-minded, very welcoming of all different kinds of people, which is a good thing, you know. I ain't shitting on it. You're like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's fine. Oh, you do that? Oh, that's okay. That's all right. That's absolutely fine. But eventually you can only accept and be open-minded of so much, where you reach a point where you're like, oh, okay, you're taking the piss. Please leave. You know, you can open up your doors, open up your house to someone and be like, hey, yeah, you know, mi casa, su casa. And after a few days, you're like, well, you know, I don't really do that. You know, the whole put your dirty shoes on the sofa thing. I'm not really into that. But, you know, there's a day later, you're like, okay, you know, the toilet is absolutely disgusting. I don't know what you do at home, but we do not do that here. And then, you know, you find them, they're just standing at the linen cupboard whacking off. You know, I go, all right, that's fucking weird as fuck. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to go. Like, seriously, you need to go. I have been pushed to my limits. Going, oh, well, mi casa, su casa. Yes, well, it does reach that point. Hey, look. I mean, if you're talking about multiculturalism, I mean, some things just don't mix. Your eyes sort of open when you go to different places and you're like, oh, like nationalism isn't such a dirty word in other places. Like, I swear that, like, my girlfriend is probably a staunch nationalist. I'm starting to oh, but she's a good nationalist though. She's like a Johnny foreigner. So she's one of those countries where it's like, oh, that's fine to be a nationalist there. In Europe, we're not allowed to be nationalists, but other places are. You know, Japan are very nationalist. You know, from what I understand it, they're very suspicious of the foreigner, especially sex workers, from what I understand, because they brought the AIDS. The foreign man brought the AIDS. And I don't know what you know about AIDS. It's not very popular. It's not. Doesn't make the party jump, Yeah, it's just. I know. There's a lot of it, but it's not. It's kind of unwelcome from what I hear. So they blame the foreigners on that, and that's fine. Even an accepted term for foreigners. Like some people are just staunch, proud nationalists. They're like, yeah, we don't mind this many people coming over, but that's too many. It's the kind of thing my girlfriend says about stuff. Like, yeah, it's just too many. I don't, I like them. I mean, I'm a foreigner, so she doesn't hate them all. So it's just a limit to how many there should be. Just a little limit. Whereas in the UK now, and I guess across Europe, it's just like, I don't know, how many's too many? Fucking, just everybody. Just everyone. Everyone will be fine. Just come on. Yeah, come on. You. Come on, come on. Now come in. What, your cousins? I'll bring your cousins. Of course. We can get the emergency chairs that Peter Cade made a joke about. They can come too. It just reaches a limit, doesn't it, of open hospitality. And speaking of the Japanese, there's certain cultures are just so different. Japan is way different. We're like way different in the West to the Japanese, like so different. So much to the case, like, I remember when I was a kid and we had Japanese students stay with us, and my mum eventually just couldn't stand them. She just couldn't stand them. Why? Because they're just so different. It wasn't their fault. It's just like, because they nod when you think they're nodding going yes, it's just they're listening to you, and they just would laugh at all kinds of weird stuff. Like you'd be explaining, going, well, this is the washing machine. And they go, what is wrong with you? Okay, you need to stop that. And I had a similar experience. I was very young, so I don't really remember it, but I had a similar experience of, I was living in this flat, and then one of the people that rented one of the rooms was moving out, and he went back to Ireland, so left me to guide people around the place, and this Japanese student turned up, and I was like, oh, hi, and I was literally showing around the place and going, supermarket's just down there. And she's like, I was like, oh, okay, this is the toilet. I was like, all right, this would be your room. I was like, all right, you need to stop. You need to stop that now. I don't know what's going on with all this laughing business, but it's doing my nut in, okay? You're not moving in. You're just not moving in. I'm sorry. I just can't put up with this. I have to put up with this every day. I go, morning. I'm like, what? Why are you laughing at me saying good morning? Some places are great to visit because it's like, oh, this is so weird and different. But it's like, cohabiting and stuff. Does it work? And I think now you're getting a sense of people just going, it just doesn't work. It's not worth it. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, nah, we can't have this many different people all living together. It just doesn't work, or seemingly doesn't work. But I don't know. It's cool having loads of different cultures mixed together, but at the same time, it can be problematic. It's just what you're going to do. But I think we've reached a point now where people have been very welcoming, but have gone, because of lack of integration maybe, and it's just like, no, can't deal with this no more. Like, no, it's just going too far. And that's what you're seeing now. Obviously, Vladmir would be a big fan. He's a big fan of all that kind of stuff. That's what else he said. His comments came in a wide-ranging interview with the Financial Times. The piece was published as world leaders began talks on trade and security in Japan. Liberals cannot simply dictate. Shall I do the... Liberals won't simply dictate anything to anyone, said Mr. Putin, who is on his fourth term as president. Is that all? It was the 10th. He added that liberalism conflicted with the interests of the overwhelming majority of the population and took aim at German Chancellor Angela Merkel for allowing large numbers of refugees to settle in Germany. This liberal idea presupposes that nothing needs to be done, that migrants can kill, plunder, and rape with impunity because their rights as migrants have to be protected. Okay, that's a bit too far. That's like, oh, Vladmir, you massive fuck you. I'm just like, yeah, well, the migrants can kill, plunder, and rape with impunity because their rights as migrants have to be protected. Like, I don't know about impunity. Sort of see where, kind of see where he's coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, mate, you need to chill out a little bit, don't you? Don't think it's that fucking mental. There's noise coming from over there now. What is this place? What is this? 2 weeks of this? Right. This little idea. That's what it says. One of the ideas is that people just come in and there's no incentive for integration. There's no policies or anything like that. There's nothing in place for integration, to integrate people. So people just left to their own devices. That's why you get so many like just these insular ghettos. That's what you get now. Well, we've always kind of had them, but like now you get like little pockets of there's this lot over here and this lot over here, with people just not interacting with everyone else. And plus, when you bring loads of different cultures together, you bring like loads of beefs, like beefs you've never heard of. See what I mean? Like I remember, just going back some, you know, there was you had shootings in London between Sri Lankans and Tamil Tigers. You had beefs between Turks and Kurds, which involved shootings. You know, suddenly you've got like elements of war on the streets, which is weird, isn't it? It's like, so, you know, just fringe elements of there's a war going on somewhere else, and now the war's come here. Like very small, you know. I'm not talking like not large scale. It's stuff you wouldn't really hear that much about. Oh, because they don't want you to know. But you know, just little pockets of war. You know, some Kurds and some Turks have a little gunfight because they don't like each other. Like those kind of strange beefs that you get that suddenly shift over to another country when everyone's all mixed together. And I don't think governments and people that house people really think about all these things. I don't think they do. I don't think they take into account going, you know, Kurds and Turks are, and Kurdistan isn't even like its own place, you know, it's not its own state yet. It's like, you do know these lot don't like each other that much and they might pop off a few skanks at each other. Sort of things you should really consider when you're housing people, saying, well, should we put these people next to each other because they're going to try and kill each other? Like, these are the questions you need to ask. Mr. Putin also said Russia had no problems with LGBT persons, but some things do appear excessive to us. They claim now that children can play 5 or 6 gender roles, he continued. Let everyone be happy, we have no problem with that. But this must not be allowed to overshadow the culture, traditions, and traditional family values of millions of people making up the core population. Got kind of a point about all that as well. I think the rampant, sort of like an acceleration of embracing everything, just going, well, this is great, and this is wonderful, and this is amazing, we're all just one people, love is the only key, love is the key, and love is all we need, love is the most important thing of all. And it's like, all right, you need to calm. It's like, you know, just step back a little bit and be like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if love is the key. I don't know if love will solve everything. I don't think you should embrace everything. I think you know, everything can be open to criticism. You know, and I think they have just ramped it up too much, where it's now people are sort of we're seeing a backlash. People are revolting against certain lifestyles being pushed all the time. They're like, no, all right, it's going a bit too far, because it is kind of. Some people would go a bit too far and saying, "Oh, it's being forced down our necks," but you know, it's not like you. It's not like you're walking down the street and someone just, you know, slaps you in the face and go, "Gay is good." You know, it's not like that, but there is a lot of it in the media. And on billboards and in advertising and stuff, it's like, you know, going, "This is fine. Did you know this is fine? This is fine. If you don't like this, there's something wrong with you." It's kind of that kind of thing, and people are pushing against it. Because people don't really have a problem. This is what I'll give them. Here's my 2 pence. People don't really have a problem with certain lifestyles when it comes to LGBT or whatever it is. People don't really have people don't care. People are like, yeah, whatever, I give a fuck. But when it's sort of like smashed in your face as a norm, and when they start pushing sort of stuff on children and that kind of thing, I think there is a backlash that you're getting now, because they've just gone a bit overboard. They've overcompensated. They've gone, yeah, it's fine. Do you not know? It's gone a bit too mental in certain people's eyes, and that's the backlash that you're seeing, which again is a backlash against liberalism. And this is constantly going on, and that's why Generation Z are kind of like, nah, fuck all this nonsense. You know, they want family values. You know, sort of the championing the celebration of like the single mother, or the celebration of, you know, a no-father household is kind of a weird thing. Whereas all everyone wanted was just people not to shame people for the choices that they've made, or choices that have been inflicted upon them, not to shame people. But then when you're like, sort of, you know, this is not a shameful thing, this is fine, this is not, you know, we're not going to throw shame on you, say, oh, shame on you for doing this, shame on you for being a single mother, shame on you for being gay, shame on you for like wearing dresses when you're a boy, whatever. But I think the whole thing of championing it and going, this is amazing, this is the greatest thing, this is the most pure and wonderful and loving, there's nothing bad about any of this, everything's pure and wonderful sort of thing, is going a bit too far. Going, no, we just didn't want people to be pricks. We didn't want you to go absolutely overboard and going, no, your son must wear a dress because mine wears a dress. It's like, all right, calm the fuck down. My son doesn't want to wear a dress. Well, why wouldn't he? What's wrong with wearing a dress? Why wouldn't he want to wear a dress? Why don't you want 400 Romanian gypsies living on your street? It's like, okay. I'm not saying they're all thieves. I'm just saying, what do you mean all thieves? There's nothing wrong with them. They've never done nothing to nobody. It's absolutely fine. It's like, okay, all right, okay. I just seen some things. They stole my tarmac. People just need to take the foot off the gas. Just take the foot off the pedal a little bit and just go, oh, okay, let's chill. You know, it's like when first time you say to a partner, like, I love you. She's like, I love you too. And then you go, right, well, we're going to have fucking 5 kids. One of them's going to be Jonathan. And this is Jonathan, James, and Rita. And if this is and Paula, and we live in this house. But then probably in 5 years, we're going to move into this house. And after 15 years of marriage, I'm going to have sex with the nanny, and you're going to leave me. It's like, well, what the fuck? Oh, I just said I love you. Jesus Christ, you need to chill the fuck. What's wrong with you? Chill. You know? Just ease up. People need to ease up. Just ease up. Don't force stuff. Because when you force stuff, you get a bad reaction. I mean, I don't know what else Putin has said. Anything real weird? No, it's just force about Putin. That's just what I was saying. I think, you know, when being too liberal can go way too far, you know, don't forget it's human nature. There's a lot of elements of human nature to take fucking liberties, especially in modern society. People take fucking liberties. The reason why you say the whole expression of give an inch, they'll take a mile is an expression because fucking people do all the time. And it's the very naive, love is the key kind of people who get fucked. You're the ones that get royally fucked, and you look like a mug. And then, in turn, the rest of us get fucked. Because you would, you know, so hell-bent on championing love is the key. And then everyone else gets fucked. So, you know, stop, you know, you're welcome to fuck yourselves, but don't fuck the rest of us. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They should introduce policy. It should be called like an Airbnb for refugees or something like that. It's like the blow-up mattress policy is what I'm going to call it. I'm launching this, okay? This is my thing, okay? All the people who want all refugees to come in, everywhere, everyone's welcome, blah, 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 you know, blah, blah, come. All right, that's fine. Instead of all the taxpayers paying for everything, you, being a kind, charitable, wonderful, liberal person, will offer them, you know, whatever you have. Even if you live in a 1-bedroom bedsit, there's still probably room on the floor for you to sleep. Now, I do know in certain places in London, I've seen them, I've looked around where there is definitely no space to fit on the floor. Well, you could spoon each other. Spoon a migrant. Maybe that would be what I call it, spoon a migrant. But wherever it is, if you're so hell-bent on you truly believe in these core values, and it's not for some political gain, and you're not virtue signaling, and you're not some little wank stain, then put your money where your mouth is to say, yo, you know, instead of people being housed, you know, government housing, blah, 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 being put on a list, come to my house. And it'll be a thing, it'll be a legally binding thing, sort of thing. It's like going, yes, my name is on the list. Kind of like foster parenting. You're like, yeah, are you on the migrant beds and the migrant blow-up bed list? Yes, I can take 2. We've got a family of 5. Oh, I wish I could. I just wish I could. That's probably what happened. But you know, you can say I can fit 2, and then they go, well, we got 2 here. All right, cool. They can come live with me. You know, you can have Yorick and Alfredo with their dancing bear. It's just a bad joke. But do it. Start the initiative. It's an initiative saying, yeah, you can bunk down at my place. I'll foot the bill. You foot the bill. You know what I mean? We don't have to rely on the government to do all these great things. If you think it is a great thing, you do it. You do it. Go on, change the world. One step at a time. Don't go out marching and waving your banners and going on your Twitters and screaming. You can help 1, 2, 3 people bunk down at your place. Man, that's the first step to changing the world. So go for it, you know? Do it. Just do it.